In the top stories, Prime Minister happy with success of Lamat Mission 2025 in St. Kitts and Nevis. Attorney General Wilkin urges timely citizenship application for children born abroad, and Skillet completes installation of new switchboard panel. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Keeping up with the kids' growth spurts might mean time for a bigger fridge. Don't worry, at Quartz, we've got you. Need to upgrade your home? Get new arrivals in dining. Plus, buy more and save more on bedroom sets and get an additional 10% on credit purchases of any bedroom set. Want quality products that provide value at the best prices backed by full warranty? We've got you. Plus, shop today and pay later with Quartz Ready Finance. Whatever you need, we've got you. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I'm Scotty C. Hendrickson. Nationally, Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, believes the Lesser Antilles Medical Assistance Team, or Lamat Mission 2025, was a success. The Lamat Mission, a partnership between the United States Southern Command, the Republic of China Taiwan, and the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, saw residents benefit from healthcare services in multiple areas. Among the areas citizens were able to access through the program were surgeries, ear examinations, and other medical services. Prime Minister Drew believes the program brings additional help to the medical services offered in the Federation.
It helps tremendously. One, direct patient intervention, which helps. But there is a transfer of knowledge where these medical specialists can pass knowledge to our own doctors here in St. Kitts and Nevis, which will, of course, help to better improve patient care here. So it has an immediate impact and a long-term impact. Then we also have those who are the medical technicians or the technicians who fix the machines. For example, on this trip, they were able to save us $15,000 by fixing multiple pieces of medical equipment.
Prime Minister Drew adds, as a medical doctor, he is happy to see the quality of healthcare improve for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis.
I'm exceedingly happy. And the reason for that, can you imagine they gave out about over 100 hearing aids? These are people whose life and quality of life was affected because they could not hear properly. The quality of life was affected. Now they can hear better. So that means that they enjoy life much more. So I can say all around, this has really been beneficial. So as a medical doctor, I think for me to see patients' lives improve is really exciting to see.
Lamat 2025 was conducted for 2 weeks in the Federation from March 24th to April 2nd. Citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis that are interested in applying for citizenship for their children through descent are asked to do so as soon as possible, as the Constitution imposes an age limit on the process. The Honorable Gath Wilkin, Attorney General, addressed the issue in detail during the April 2nd, 2025 edition of the radio and television program In Focus. He noted that the topic was causing confusion for many, and he is committed to clarifying the matter and ensuring the process is properly understood.
Only persons who could have gotten citizenship through their grandparents were persons born before independence, right? And they got it at independence, right? However, a child under 18 can get citizenship through their parent if their parent is a citizen. Therefore, a grandparent born in St. Kitts and Nevis before independence can pass citizenship to his or her child born outside after independence. And that child, who is now the parent of the grandchild, can then apply for the child born outside St. Kitts to be a citizen. However, the parent cannot apply for an adult to be a citizen. And that is the point.
The Attorney General said people must act within the time frame that the Constitution outlines.
I encourage persons, if you're listening to me, wherever you are in the world, if you want your children to be citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, apply while they are children. And don't lose the opportunity to become a citizen, because they are nationals. They are persons who are proud of their country. And we want them to become citizens, but they just have to comply with what the Constitution says.
Attorney General Wilkins stated that the government may consider a temporary arrangement for individuals who miss the opportunity to obtain citizenship by descent during their childhood. In other local news, the St. Kitts Electricity Company Limited, or SCELEC, has completed the successful installation of a newly manufactured Kamika switchboard panel at its Needmus power plant. The installation was completed on Saturday, April 5th, 2025, and was overseen by a team of technicians and engineers from SCELEC's Generation and Transmission and Distribution Division. To facilitate the installation, the SCELEC team worked diligently to minimize disruption to customers' electricity supply. SCELEC collaborated closely with the original supplier, Kamika, to replace the previous panel, which was damaged in a past incident. The major infrastructure investment is intended to strengthen the safety, reliability, and overall efficiency of the plant. Coming up, we'll have another look at some of the stories from the past week. Stay tuned.
Here are your hosts for Lamat IGA specials.
Running April 3rd to April 16th.
Now our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Meatless pastas are just $5.99 each. Banquet chicken nuggets and tenders just $24.99. Blue ribbon ice cream $32.99. Essential everyday frozen vegetables $5.99. Morningstar meatless entrees just $20.99. Tide liquid detergent $34.99. And now our very low weekly
Value deals! Suavitel fabric softener $17.99. The Pearl pancake mixes $11.99. Multi-meal bagged cereals $17.99. All El Paso taco shells and tortilla shells $9.99. The Colgate toothpaste $6.99. Colgate toothbrush soft and medium $4.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart!
Are you tired of Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? The Cable has the ultimate solution with our whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Say goodbye to frustrating signal drops and hello to seamless connectivity in every corner of your home. No more
Mom, my tablet's not working in my bedroom. My game is freezing, Daddy.
or WhatsApp calls dropping as you walk around the house. So many people struggle with dead zones and restricted Wi-Fi, and the Cable has the answer. Enjoy full blanket increased Wi-Fi coverage with installation in 48 hours or less. Whole home Wi-Fi coverage is here. Get the whole family connected today. Come in or call the Cable at 465-2588 to get your whole home Wi-Fi boost installed. The Cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
Health-wise on ZIZ TV, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Hosted by Dr. Malik Lescott, Dr. Jolette Woodley, and Dr. Patrice Lawrence.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends, who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we're redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. Flow customers claim $600 in gift cards when you add internet to your postpaid plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Welcome back. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Terence Drew, addressed a range of critical topics affecting both the Federation and the broader Caribbean region during the most recent roundtable discussion on Wednesday.
Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, addressed a range of critical topics affecting both the Federation and the broader Caribbean region during the most recent roundtable discussion on Wednesday. His remarks touched on CARICOM's free movement of nationals, regional security and crime, climate resilience and renewable energy transition, food security and economic cooperation, the ongoing crisis in Haiti, the investment summit and ties with Nigeria, and economic diversification. On the topic of climate change, Dr. Drew highlighted the importance of renewable energy and St. Kitts and Nevis's geothermal resources. He revealed that the European Union is exploring the possibility of purchasing renewable energy from CARICOM nations, with St. Kitts and Nevis's geothermal potential a key area of interest.
The European Union, who is represented by its president and the president of the European Commission, declared that the European Union is interested in buying renewable energy from CARICOM. And so our geothermal resource that is located on the island of Nevis was of course put forward as a possible offtake by the European Union in terms of their energy buy around the world. And so that has come. That is great news, and we are putting together a team from the CARICOM to engage the European Union to take it even further if they will be willing to even make the necessary investments as well to get us up to capacity to sell them energy in the form of hydrogen, principally the sources being geothermal, wind, and solar, and we should not exclude, of course, waves. The European
Prime Minister Drew wrapped his remarks by reiterating his administration's focus on long-term sustainability, regional cooperation, and economic resilience.
Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, is urging the Media Association of St. Kitts and Nevis to release a statement identifying the country's legitimate media entities.
Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, is urging the Media Association of St. Kitts and Nevis to release a statement identifying the country's legitimate media entities. His call comes amid growing concerns over the spread of disinformation.
Fake news has become a global phenomenon, and it has not escaped St. Kitts and Nevis. There are bloggers in St. Kitts and Nevis who portray themselves as legitimate persons. I would like to call on the Media Association to put out a press release to say who are legitimate persons who are registered with that association. Times Caribbean Online, which I call the toilet paper, is a blog. It's not news, it is a blog. But our people think it's news. And they're trying to convey to the world that it is news. It is not news. It is fake news. They would not declare themselves.
Dr. Drew clarified that this is not an attempt to silence anyone or impose censorship, but rather a commitment to upholding ethical journalism standards.
St. Kitts and Nevis is a free place, you know. And I think people are taking advantage of the freedom, of not taking advantage of people like Wally. They are misusing and abusing the freedom that they have to speak freely, which I encourage, because this government will never ever seek to censure people. That is not the goal. But at the same time, there must be standards. You must say to people that if you are going to portray that you are giving news, declare who you are, and your news must be in order. It has nothing to do with whether it's supposed to be government or not, because in a democracy, people are going to speak their minds. And if you don't agree with a government policy, then you have a right to criticize a government policy.
Prime Minister Drew was at the time speaking at a media briefing on Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. Meanwhile, Glenn Batt, first Vice President of the Media Association, who attended the media briefing, responded to Prime Minister Drew's call for a statement from the association.
And just this morning, in the last couple of days actually, we have been aware of a publication that has been going around, which is fake news, AI generated. And I just want to say that in terms of, we will have a statement coming out soon.
Yes.
But in terms of membership, I just want to say categorically that entities that are not properly registered in the Federation, legally registered, cannot access membership in the association.
Thank you.
So a particular publication that you've mentioned is definitely not part of the Media Association.
Not part of the Media Association.
Right.
That was Glenn Batt, first Vice President of the Media Association of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, says St. Kitts and Nevis's approach to dealing with crime as a public health issue can be used as a model in helping other Caribbean nations deal with their issues of national security. Dr. Drew was speaking at the opening ceremony of the Regional Security System Council of Ministers.
Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, says St. Kitts and Nevis's approach to dealing with crime as a public health issue can be used as a model in helping other Caribbean nations deal with their issues of national security. Speaking in his capacity as chairman of the Regional Security System Council of Ministers, which held its meeting at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort, Prime Minister Drew stressed that a scientific approach to dealing with crime is what will bring much-needed results.
Our experience has taught us in the framework of dealing with crime and violence from a public health perspective. I know for many that perspective seems a bit different to what we are accustomed to. But as a medical doctor and trained to some extent, well, a great extent, in these areas, I understand that this is scientific and this will work if it's implemented. And so St. Kitts and Nevis is demonstrating that we have a framework that can be adopted and adapted to local situations that can help us to deal with issues of security.
He added that a collaborative approach to dealing with crime is needed for the safety of all in the region.
So really, it is clearly demonstrating that we are all in this together. If St. Kitts and Nevis is not safe, I can tell you St. Martin cannot be safe, Anguilla cannot be safe, the USVI cannot be safe, the BVI cannot be safe. And so they are not really international partners. They are really partners and who must be at the table because their borders extend to close to our shores, and they're part and parcel of the Caribbean region. So I want to shift the conversation a bit when we speak with our partners that their security is our security and our security is their security.
Meanwhile, the Federation's National Security Minister announced that St. Kitts and Nevis is very close to signing on to the San Jose Treaty, which is aimed at enhancing the collective ability of the Caribbean to counter maritime drug trafficking.
As we fortify land and air, we must also turn to the sea. The maritime space of the Caribbean, rich in resources and central to our heritage, has also become vulnerable to illicit trafficking and exploitation. And so today, with great pride, we want to announce that we are in the final stages to sign the San Jose Treaty. By joining this treaty, we are not only aligning ourselves with global best practices in maritime security, we are signaling to the world our unwavering commitment to safeguarding the waters that feed us, connect us, and define who we are.
The Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Prime Minister of St. Christopher and Nevis.
After the break, U.S. report says Jamaica remains Caribbean top drug producer. Regional news is next.
Are you tired of Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? The Cable has the ultimate solution with our whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Say goodbye to frustrating signal drops and hello to seamless connectivity in every corner of your home. No more
Mom, my tablet's not working in my bedroom. My game is freezing, Daddy.
or WhatsApp calls dropping as you walk around the house. So many people struggle with dead zones and restricted Wi-Fi, and the Cable has the answer. Enjoy full blanket increased Wi-Fi coverage with instant installation in 48 hours or less. Whole home Wi-Fi coverage is here. Get the whole family connected today. Come in or call the cable at 465-2588 to get your whole home Wi-Fi boost installed. The Cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
It's the sale you've been waiting for. Happening now. Discounts galore at your favorite Hosford store. Hosford's Furniture and Appliances, Ashley's Furniture Home Store, Hosford's Building and Nevis Centers, and Hosford's Auto Parts and Accessories. Get ready for discounts galore. Store discounts, big discounts, small discounts, VAT discounts, and more. We're slashing prices with at least 4% VAT off and up to 20% off store-wide on furniture, appliances, auto parts, building materials, and hardware, and so much more. Discounts galore across all Hosford stores. And that's not all. Customer discounts and even Value Club member savings mean the deals just keep getting better. Whether you're upgrading your home, tackling your next project, or fixing your ride, Hosford's has you covered. Take advantage of the discounts galore at all Hosford stores today. At Hosford's Furniture and Appliances, Ashley's Furniture Home Store, Hosford's Building and Nevis Centers, and Hosford's Auto Parts and Accessories. Hurry in! These offers won't last long. Don't miss out on the biggest savings of the year. Visit any Hosford store now and start saving with discounts galore in every store. Big deals, big savings, and more. Terms and conditions apply.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends. So we're putting our money where your loyalty is. Flow customers claim $600 in gift cards when you add internet to your postpaid plan today.
In regional news, Jamaica continues to grapple with its dual role as both a significant producer of illicit drugs and a key transit country for narcotics destined for North America and Europe, according to the 2025 International Narcotics Strategy Report released recently by the U.S. Department of State. The annual report, compiled by the Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs, singles out Jamaica as the Caribbean's largest cannabis producer, with expansive rural areas used for cultivation. At the same time, the island's location makes it a critical transshipment point for cocaine moving out of South America, especially Colombia, to the United States. The report notes that Jamaica criminal networks are often linked to transnational organized crime and facilitate drug trafficking via air and maritime routes. Coming up, Pope Francis makes surprise public appearance following recent health scare. Stay with us.
In the sun or in the rain, life's a journey, joy and pain. But NCI's here day and night, always here for you, making it right. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very
At National Caribbean Insurance, you are covered and secure. We're your partner, your protector, your peace of mind. So for home, for health, for life, choose NCI because we're always here for you. Always.
Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end.
In international news, Pope Francis made a surprise public appearance on Sunday, the first time the leader of the Catholic Church has been seen in public since leaving hospital 2 weeks ago. Francis greeted crowds at the Vatican and seemed to be in good spirits. He was seated in a wheelchair and wearing what appeared to be a nasal cannula, aiding his breathing. The 88-year-old pontiff spent 5 weeks in hospital with pneumonia in February and March. According to his medical team, the Pope came close to death during the illness. Pope Francis appeared in better health than when he was last seen in public, which was 2 weeks shortly before he was released from Rome's Gemelli Hospital. At that time, he struggled to speak and raise his arms, but managed to wave to the people and gave a thumbs up from a balcony. On Sunday, the Pope appeared to move his arms around with more ease. His voice was still weak, but stronger than 2 weeks ago. The Pope's appearance had not been previously announced. We'll be right back with a recap of the top stories.
Yeah, man. Another day in the books. Well, hello there. She pretty from head to toe, and are you ready to go? Wait there. Whew. Can't afford to slip up. Not even in my dreams.
Recapping the top stories. Prime Minister happy with success of Lamat Mission 2025 in St. Kitts and Nevis. Attorney General Wilkin urges timely citizenship applications for children born abroad, and Skellig completes installation of new switchboard panel. And that's the end of the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Scotty C. Hendrickson.